Hey guys, and welcome to Fun Time Moms. I am Ashley.
And I'm Alicia.
This show is brought to you by funtimemoms.com. Make sure you go over and shop with us and shop at Fashion Ashton.
Shop, shop, shop. And make sure you shop at Hot Topics for your hot ass and rings.
So this weekend, I attended an event called Mama in Paradise in DR. And it was a bunch of moms all together, a bunch of mom business owners, a bunch of mompreneurs and things like that. But while we were there, we played a game, and it was we did Never Have I Ever, but the mom edition.
Uh-huh.
So I started it off. So the first question was like, never have I ever hit my baby's head against the doorway when I was walking out the door. Now y'all can't hear?
Right, and I just still pressed the thing.
Please hang up and try again.
It was off, but then I just put it on, and it's still. Can y'all hear now? Hello.
Yes. No.
Please hang up and try again.
Can y'all hear?
Now.
Okay.
So now we can.
Perfect.
Okay, so we played Never Have I Ever. So I was the first person up. So I said, never have I ever hit my baby's head against the door when I was walking out the door. Like, you've never done that? I've done that. I've probably done it to you. Well, I didn't really know Sean as a baby, but had I known him, I probably would have.
Here we go.
Because it's like you have the baby in your arm, and you walking out the door, and their head be all hanging off your arm, and then you boom.
I don't know. I can't say that. I mean, if I did, I just definitely don't remember. But I can't say that I haven't for certain, but I don't think that I have.
Well,
it wasn't hard enough to do anything.
Nobody really gave any really good ones though. Like I was like shocked and appalled by.
Never have I ever went up to my child's school and beat them in the classroom.
Oh, you've done that?
No, I haven't. I thought that was a point.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like if you've done
like
it.
no one said anything like that. Like
no. Oh, I think somebody said never have I ever had sex while my kid was in the room. I think that's disgusting, and I will call CPS on you.
But to be honest, I think I did do that. But like when Sean was a baby in a bassinet.
I don't care. It's nasty.
He was in a bassinet.
What if he started peeking out at you?
He didn't know nothing. He was like a month old.
You do not know what sticks into people's brains, okay?
He was like 2 months old. Like
he probably
remembers it. He probably remembers it.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, he does not.
Okay, so that, and we just want to let you guys know right now that we are planning for our Hot Mom Summer pool party this summer.
Yes.
We don't have the exact date yet. We will get it to you guys, but we don't want to hear nothing about you trying to get your summer bodies right and things like that. Y'all see I got my braids. Y'all know when the braids is in. What that means is time to go hard in the gym. So I don't want to hear nothing. So we thinking around July. So get them bodies right, okay?
And you lying to me if you say that you still need to get your body together in July, okay?
Girl, you got time to go to the gym.
You see my roots?
You got time to
you
get
know
to
what
the
that means.
doctor.
Everything.
And get healed up.
Jinx. Why are we like this?
Why are we
like this?
Okay, our topic of the day is about DNA tests before you sign a birth certificate, mainly for men. Because ladies, we probably know the baby is ours because we were pregnant.
You know?
Okay? So Masika from Love and Hip Hop, I feel like she likes to take little digs like this at, what's her name?
I don't know who she be thinking at.
You know, she has a baby by Fetty Wap. Who was the other one that thought? Alexa Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Was saying that Fetty Wap was her daughter's father. Turned out he wasn't.
And then years later, I feel like just like last year, we learned that.
Turned out that he's not the father of her child, someone else is. So Masika said, unpopular opinion, I think DNA tests should be mandatory before you can put a last name on the birth certificate or for health insurance and stuff like that. I don't understand why women be so mad about a man wanting one or dudes dodging taking one unless you're scared of the results. And then I found an old one that I had saved in my phone. This is from a male's point of view. He said, my girl gets mad at me because I tell her I want a DNA test. My thing is, even if I don't think she's cheating, why not be 100% sure if I can? I've seen too many shows where the dad really think the kid is his for years, and then it's not. Am I wrong? So, do you think it should be mandatory to have a DNA test before a man can sign a birth certificate and claim fathership or paternity?
I have no problem with it because honestly, right, we know, like you just said, we know the child is ours, right? Because we're carrying the child, right? So what's wrong with why can't at the hospital they do a DNA test just be a part of signing a birth certificate? Because at the end of the day, like, these people are making a lifetime commitment to this child, because I've seen them shows too when the child don't end up being theirs, and guess what? The state don't say, oh, you can have all your child support money back.
Nope.
And sometimes they still say, well, because they signed a birth certificate in some states, the law is that you're still legally responsible for that child, regardless if it turns out that it's not your child. And I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, so I was reading a little bit up on it on our way here. So it was like in some states, in Maryland where we are, you have up until 60 days that you can change it. After those 60 days,
that's it.
That's it. Or it's like a really long, drawn-out legal process. And so, yeah, I do agree. I feel like, you know, while you're doing everything else, while the baby getting washed and all that stuff, do a little swab, your swab, boom, bam, bam.
Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, they forced the men, they got to have their license and all this stuff. Like, why not just swab them for the DNA while you're right there? That's a part of it. But
would you be offended? Because someone left a comment saying that this is very offensive. Like, this would be a very offensive question.
So, playing devil's advocate, I was going to say that, however, if I was up in the hospital having Shaw and this man looked at me and was like, well, I'm not signing until we get a DNA test, I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me? If I could have blamed this on a lot of other people. Why I pick you?
But that's what I'm saying.
Why I pick you?
Is it because... So I'm saying, if it's not asked, if it's just like, this is general.
That's why I think it need to be a mandatory thing.
Yeah,
because
this is just a general process.
If your husband, you're in there, if Quick said, when you was having the babies, well, I need to, before I sign the birth certificate, I got to get a DNA test.
Yeah, if somebody came up to me and said, hey, I want a DNA test, I would be offended.
It's basically like, you a hoe.
But what if, like...
It's like you calling me a hoe.
But what if, I know that I'm having sex with multiple people, you're having sex with multiple people.
Is that offensive? That's different. No, I don't think so in that scenario, right? If you guys are both honest, right? How can I be offended by that?
Would you be offended?
Even if I tell you, well, I'm not sleeping with people like this or whatever, but even the fact that you know that I am, like, something could have happened. Something could have popped one day or whatever. Like, so I wouldn't be offended in that case.
Would you be offended if they went behind your back and got a DNA test and didn't tell you?
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
I know men who have done that, and I know women who have done it too.
Absolutely. Absolutely offensive.
Eddie, how would you feel about that? If you had a baby, a woman was telling you the baby was yours, but she went behind your back and got a DNA test and didn't tell you?
As long as they're getting clarity, I guess.
I feel like you wouldn't be offended. Like, this your girl. Like, you thinking, okay, you thinking my baby's on the way, like, and then you find out she done snuck and took, like, your toothbrush or how, you know how it be on the stories.
A piece of hair out your beard while you
while you sleep.
Yeah. But can you even do that for real? Like, can you show up at a DNA lab, like, or I guess they have kits, right? And they need certain things, I guess, on a kit, like maybe.
Maybe. Somebody said that their husband is a Cancer. He would automatically assume I cheated if I asked him to get a test. Can we stop blaming everything on people's zodiac signs?
Right.
Because I'm a Scorpio, that means that I'm a bitch. No, Susie, you're just a bitch.
She like hot chips because she is Scorpio. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I mean, I feel I would be offended. I'm not saying I wouldn't be offended. That's why I just wish that it was something that just had to be done.
Would be a mandatory rule.
No,
so I do think I'm totally here for making that a mandatory rule, because I just know and I see and I feel bad for a guy that gets caught up in this situation like that. And especially, like, think about like a young guy, like, you know what I mean? And he's not even thinking that. And these girls, these young girls, they be something vicious, okay? And that's a terrible thing.
Always want to blame something on some young girls.
Because it always the young girls.
Young girls, young men.
I know.
But I did know a guy.
The messages to Sean.
Listen to our next episode.
Whatever. Anyway.
I did know a guy who, he was young. He was about 23, 24 at the time. Was raising a little girl to be his own. When she was around 3 or 4 years old, he found out that she wasn't his, and it broke his heart.
Yeah, because then what do? You don't just say, after 3 or 4 years, you've grown a bond with this child. This is your daughter. People know her as your daughter. I don't like being embarrassed, okay? Like, how I walk around like, no, I don't got no daughter no more.
Yeah, you be like, hey, where's your daughter?
Well, no, she really ain't my daughter. Like, don't I want to walk around explaining that? And then not only that, but the bond he's built with her, it's like, what I'm going to say? F her? I don't want to be involved now because she's not my child? I mean, technically he can, right? But Like, is he going to do that?
Yeah, and at 4, I mean, not however old she is, like now she has to start a new relationship with a new father. Like that happened with Chris Brown's daughter. She wasn't as old.
Right.
But, and this is even crazier because this person didn't want Chris Brown to be the child's father.
Right, which is crazy.
She was blaming it on another man. I think,
but she was engaged or something weird. I
think royalty was only what? I think
she was a baby.
I don't even think she was one.
She was a baby.
But still, it's like you get attached to this person. You know, you love this person. And then it's like, this is not my child.
So somebody just said this girl they know had 2 baby showers with her fiance, with her fiance, okay, that part. Only for the baby to turn out not his. And the baby is 5 months now. That he's finding out at 5 months that the baby's not his. And he done went through 2 baby showers, he fiance and all that. That's embarrassing as shit.
Number one, why should I have 2 baby showers?
Maybe his side, her side.
As we see,
because his side was like, is you sure that baby yours?
I ain't giving her no gifts.
We'll give you a shower. It's like, no, I'm just joking.
But no, I think that's crazy. I mean, that's another story I know where a woman changed DNA test results. That's scandalous.
Yeah, now that is some messed up. That's messed up.
That's scandalous. Like if you
messed
if you go that far to change DNA test results,
you a low down, dirty little scoundrel.
Right? Because not only are you lying to him, now you're lying to your child, and they could potentially not ever know who their real family is. And this goes into more than just you being a hoe, because you are a hoe if you don't know who your baby daddy is.
No, but she's scandalous. You a fucked up individual.
Yeah, you're just a fucked up person in general. Like that's not a mistake.
No, because you hoeing, whatever. That's you a hoe, whatever. But you changing test results, that's like you are deliberately trying to ruin somebody's life, trying to trick somebody into being a fucking parent.
And your child.
Like, you're a loser.
And what if your child is born with some condition that's hereditary, you know?
Right.
Or,
and then they find out years later, you're a loser. And then you're trying to hurt 2 people because you ain't even think about your child.
Yep.
How you think this man going to feel like eventually years go by and he found out it's not his child? Now you're going to hurt your child.
Or your child one day finding out this is not my real parent. This is not the family I really come from.
And then to find out that you changed test results?
Purposely. Like, it's one thing. It's one thing to not know.
You is low down, okay?
Nasty.
Yes, a nasty woman. And I mean that spiritually. Okay? Not just because you a hoe. Anyway, that's very raunchy. But you know what? So back to the DNA testing, right? I remember a story from years ago that I heard where a girlfriend did a DNA swab on the boyfriend's child, like while the child was over there.
But this is not her child.
Not her child.
Okay.
And the guy was very fucking offended because she kept saying, how you know the baby yours? How you know she yours?
Was the baby his?
So, yeah.
Okay.
But he found out that she did the swab.
Okay, so
this is the
time when, girl, it's your business, but it ain't really your place.
Was pissed off about it, real
Yeah,
bad.
I would be pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Why? Because the baby didn't look like him?
I don't know what it is. I think it was like some old baby mama drama thing, and it was like kind of like stemmed from that. And then it was like
she probably was like
how
already
you know
messing with him,
right, or something.
When he got pregnant,
right?
She got pregnant.
Yeah, I can't remember all the background, but was adamant that the child wasn't his, and was pissed off that he wouldn't get that he was like, "That's my child." Guys,
speaking of DNA tests, it is with a very heavy heart that I have to announce that after September 2022, Maury Povich is going off the air. How these hoes gonna know who their baby daddy is now?
They never gonna know.
How they gonna know?
They never gonna know.
They never gonna know.
They never gonna know. So can we have a moment of silence for Maury?
Maury got me through a lot of suspended days from school.
Maury, we're gonna miss you, man.
We're gonna miss you, Maury.
Maury cameraman. Shout outs to you. Are you looking for a job?
Cameraman. Because we just were told we need
a good team.
Maury's cameraman is the most dedicated cameraman
in the world.
In the business, okay? He must have to do cardio every day, run 10 miles, holding the camera, making sure he can keep up with
y'all know how
hoes.
heavy that camera is? And do you know how fast them people be running?
Them hoes be gone. I be like, whoo.
And that cameraman be right up on them.
Especially when the baby ain't his.
You know.
How do you be when the baby not theirs?
Why they always so surprised? And then they come back and they be like, all right, I got 5 more people in mine.
I know who it is.
I bet you went from, to 5 more people in mine? A 5?
I just don't understand. I would never
A
go.
nickel bag worth for people.
I'm sorry, guys. I would never go on Maury to find out who my child's father was. Like, that's so embarrassing. Especially, like, if I went, I had to know. Like, I ain't had sex with nobody else in 30 years. Like, I had to be that confident. It cannot be a chance in hell that it was somebody else's child.
Hold up, y'all, because y'all know we're doing a live episode today, a dual, right? Action today. And I'm trying to understand this comment that we just got. I know a guy who swapped his daughter using one of the DNA tests promoted on the Maury Show commercials. Oh, you know how they do it there? Like DNA test diagnostics.
DNA diagnostics.
Found out the daughter is not his. So Maury saved his life and he had to go on there. See, Maury, what you doing for the community? What you doing for the community? This is community service, baby.
When one door closes, one opens.
You know.
If you need DNA tests, call 1-800-FUN-TIME-MOMS.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you. If
We got
you
them on
need to
standby.
test the bitch,
We also have COVID tests still.
Sean is still selling COVID tests,
Still
guys.
selling
So
COVID
we still
tests.
got you. Pregnancy tests. I can just look at you and tell if you're pregnant or not. So I ain't even got to do no blood work for that one. Because some of y'all, oh my.
Anyway, so no, this is very interesting. So, I mean,
But yes, I think that we all probably can agree for the most part that men should have to get DNA tested. It's their choice. It should be an option. That, hey, if you want to get a DNA test, here you go. Boom, bam, bam. And then there are some men who may not really want to know. And then there are some men like Seal.
that's why we said make it mandatory.
But then there are men like Seal who want to have sex with pregnant women and claim responsibility for their children. Knowing goddamn well she was 6 months pregnant the first time you hit. So I think maybe it should just be your choice, Mr. Seal man.
I mean, it should be a guy's choice, but is it fair that somebody would have to take care of a child for the rest of their life and they find out years later under the pretense that it was their child and it's not? I don't know. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
But will I be offended if a motherfucker looked at me when I was in a labor and delivery talking about they want a DNA test? Hell yeah.
Bitch, I would throw that damn baby at him.
Like, what? and Sean came out very colorless, okay?
I remember you said that.
Very colorless.
And with black people, you know that's a big deal. Skin complexions with black people. Oh my God. Don't let that baby come out too damn light or too damn dark. Black people swear to God, there ain't no way in hell that's baby is not in this family.
Sean was so colorless, like Ghost, okay? Like Powder. Like, y'all seen the movie Powder? If y'all don't, Google it, okay? That's how Sean looked like Powder.
And y'all know what else black people do? They be like, look at his ears.
Look at the back of his ears. That's his color. That's his real color, right? I remember though his father looked at him and said, "Damn, my son white."
At least he said it was his son.
Because he know damn well I wouldn't have
Not
chose you. Okay? The hell?
So one way that men can avoid this is
You would have definitely been Chris Brown's.
one way that men can avoid this is for years we have been talking about men birth control.
Yes.
I feel like I feel like they've been testing men for birth control since the day I was born. I don't understand why it's been so long, why it's so hard.
We had a whole episode about it, and we did actually talk about because testosterone and stuff like that. Nobody wants their testosterone to go down.
Okay, I don't want my estrogen to go down.
Right, but men are, little bitches.
Exactly.
Okay? They can't
so
handle
apparently one drug that's in trial right now at the University of University of Minnesota has been found 99% effective in mice.
Yes, male mice.
To stop pregnancy, right? Mm-hmm. So the trial is supposed to go to human trial this year, sometime this year. And if, it is approved within the next 2 years, we could finally have a male birth control on the market.
Not just a birth control, though.
Birth control
because
pill.
they have stuff like spermicide. We've talked about this, right? A long ago episode. Go find it. But a birth control pill. Mm-hmm. So you could be looking at this man like, did you take your pill today? Did you take your pill today?
Are you on a pill?
Before you get up in,
Addie, you on a pill?
Did you take your pill? Are you on a pill? Before I let you, did you take your pill? Are you on a pill?
You could just put the pill in his
can't wait
drink.
to say something. Are you on a pill?
Put the pill in his drink.
Are you on a pill?
These men need it. They sure do. First up, I think they need to send who should be in the trial. Nick Cannon.
Then we know it were
Future.
Future.
What's the one we talked about last time? Young Boy, NBA.
Oh, Young Boy, definitely. Young boy, I will buy his pills
These
for him.
men are all under
I buy
40.
his
Young
pills for
boy
him.
is under 25.
Yeah, I buy his pill for him and got 25 children.
With all these
I will
kids.
buy his pills for him, okay?
So they said that this pill is supposed to not affect your sex drive. It's not supposed to make you gain weight. It's not supposed to give you high cholesterol. So the side effects are really low. So, and for women, birth control makes us get all that shit. It makes us gain weight. And,
So why can't they figure out how to make ours not do that, though? Because now I feel some kind of way.
they have like the low estrogen ones or whatever. Are you on birth control? Well,
I'm
you
gonna
still have an IUD.
I'm going to put a pill in his drink. He don't even know.
Birth control pill, not the other kind.
Yes. No, I have an IUD, so I don't take any birth control pills. And my IUD is it's called Paragard, so it's the copper one. So it just works because of the copper.
And I had the copper
So,
one. I only had it
You had it for like a week, girl.
It was like 2-3 months. It didn't work well with my body.
She's so drama.
It didn't work well with my body. It gave me bad periods.
Keep trying Jesus. Listen to the next episode. Might be about her. Listen.
It ain't about me.
If you listen.
It ain't about me.
Y'all listen to the episode with the clairvoyant when it come out.
It's about her ass.
Might be about her.
She is. You know what Alicia's doing right now? She's projecting.
Try Jesus, don't try me. I got IUD.
Somebody said, is the IUD good for 10 years?
Yes, it is. It's a 10-year contract. Actually, the first time, funny story. Okay.
Alicia had hers but too long.
12.
So you was trying Jesus.
I was told, no, it was actually like 11 years, right? I was told that it stays in 10 to 12 years when I first got it the first time, right? Mm-hmm. So then I was like, asking the doctor, I'm like, I was like, my doctor at the time. And I was telling him, like, I was like coming up on like 11 years. Am I really good? No, it was like my 10th year, right? The end of my 10th year. I'm like, this is the end of my 10 years. Am I really good to 12? Because they said 10 to 12. Or is it like a no 10, but it's maybe okay if you leave it in 2 more, right? He was like, no, you good. So then I think I went to another visit because that's when I had the cyst on my ovaries. So I had a cyst on my ovaries. I think we talked about this before. And I went, he was out, right? My regular doctor was out. So I went to one of his colleagues. His colleague was like, well, the cyst is going down, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's checking me out. He was like, but your IUD is like crooked, right?
That shit's expired.
I was like, huh, whatever. And he was like, how long you had this in? So then he go on my phone. He's like, it's expired, right? And I was like, because doctor told me any goddamn thing told me I was good for another year or 2.
We've been talking about, should men be required to take a DNA test before they sign birth certificates? I think for the most part, all of us think they should be. However, we will be highly offended if a motherfucker asks.
That's right. Because what you trying to say?
Trying to call me a hoe? But
Ain't no hoe. Fuck.
So this week for Funtime Mom and Dad of the week, we're giving it to Cardi B, Offset, and Baby Culture.
Oh,
they are going to be
like Funtime Family of the week.
Yeah, Funtime Family. They are going to be on an upcoming episode of Baby Shark. I didn't even know Baby Shark had its own show.
It is you never knew that. You just thought it was a song.
I just thought it was like a song, like like a song.
It's the theme song of the show.
I did not know that. I didn't know.
So they're gonna have a guest appearance, right?
And their names are so cute. Well, it's voiceover, but their names on the show are so cute. So it's Sharky B, it's Off Shark, and Culture Shark. So I thought that was really cute.
It is cute. I just wonder, like, what are they gonna be doing? Like, I don't understand
Cardi
the show.
B has
like,
a song. Cardi B has a song on there too. I forget what the name of it is, but Cardi B.
So they're gonna like singing a song, like, hi.
So they do like songs
Look
and dance.
Cardi Shark is here today.
Cardi Shark, do. Cardi Shark, do. Well, Sharky B, whatever she's called.
Shark. I don't know. All right.
So yeah,
anyway.
that's how it is.
But no, that's really cute.
And I'm
super adorable.
I'm sure it's a good check for Culture.
Yes.
She 3 years old getting money.
Don't look. Somebody's asking, has there always been a show?
Exactly the same
I don't know.
I thought it was only a song.
I thought that was a theme song to a show.
No, I always thought it was
like
just a song.
I just thought it was just a song, just couple with it, they just be doing it.
Yes, like any other song that we listened to as kids.
No, I don't know. I remember
thought
seeing
it was like
a
Kids
video
Bop.
of it. So
Well, I thought it came from like YouTube. I didn't know it was on like
a
real,
fake song.
Yeah, not fake, but like a YouTube sensation.
Oh.
So I think that's really cute, really dope. I had no clue either, girl. You are not alone. Apparently, Alicia, the one with the oldest child,
I thought that
watches
because I thought it was
Big
a
Shark.
theme song for the show. Like I remember seeing the sharks doing the do 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 in the water.
Speaking of Baby Shark, I told you guys that Ashton had her first competition a couple of weeks ago. There was a team, I forget where they were from, but they had this really long, it was great. It was a great performance. And it started off with like this boat theme, and then it went to like the islands, and then it ended with Baby Shark. It was just so interesting to watch.
It was so
However,
nice.
However, they were in a 9 and under category, and some of the motherfuckers in that group was 39. Okay,
Definitely bigger than us.
some of them was breast
Bigger
pumping
than
in
us.
the back.
Yeah,
their kids.
bigger than us. Some of them was dancing with their children. Like I know them little ones had to belong to at least 2 of them girls in the back.
Exactly.
With the sailor hats on. Yeah, that definitely Little Octopus was one of their babies.
Not the
So,
octopus.
but it was. I mean, it was intriguing.
It was really
very
good to watch.
interesting.
So has anybody played you this week?
You know, I'm gonna go with no.
Good.
I'm gonna go with no.
Good.
I thought somebody was trying to play me this week, but then I was like, I
And
found
they
out
didn't?
they really weren't. No, they
Good.
were really just telling the truth. Okay.
Oh. Okay, I guess you don't want to elaborate.
No. It was about It's about work stuff. No, not like that. Yeah.
But you felt like somebody was coming from you.
Yeah, I
You
was
had to,
like,
take a step
is
back.
this like whatever? And I had to get some validation, and it was like, oh, okay, all right, cool.
But she said kids these days be bigs, and my baby a little shrimp. No,
we're not exaggerating.
These were
They
not
grown
big
women
kids.
in
When I
the
said they were
show.
grown women, double D's, like
Double Ds.
You can tell, and they had grown women face. Okay, this wasn't like
Grown women face,
tall
grown bodies,
girls,
like
girls with some weight and hips
No.
on them. No, these were girls who were at least. I mean, we're exaggerating. We say 30, but 18,
25.
19, 25.
Can have a drink.
They definitely went after
Definitely can buy Newports.
after the competition. They definitely went and threw a couple
And this
shots
was a
back,
9
legally.
and under category, so we're not exaggerating. Like,
And
these
I was
people
really
were-
confused because I remember looking around like some of the other parents like did they just say 9 and under? 'Cause
Yeah, I was confused too.
There's a
I
lot
mean, and it
going
was
on.
such an elaborate performance.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was great.
It lasts for 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks long.
It was super long, but it was
It's
great.
definitely Broadway.
So nobody played me this week, but I did find this
That's
on
good.
Instagram, and I felt
Could
like
it be? We're having a good week.
Ooh,
Both
thank
of
you.
us?
High five. We're brothers.
We're happy and we're single and we're colored. Give me a high five.
But yeah, so I found this on Instagram, and I was like, this sounds like some shit we would do. Say, my friend invited a bunch of us to a sip and paint, but didn't tell us that we were painting his crib instead. I will say, he did feed us. We had liquor and hookah.
So what you complaining for?
So it's like,
You want to
did
pay?
he lie? I got y'all sipping, drinking,
And y'all
smoking,
paying.
and we paying.
I ain't say paint what? That was you that assumed it
That
was
would
for-
definitely be me because I want to paint my office downstairs. Maybe I should have
That's
a sip and
very,
paint.
very smart. Okay.
I think I should have a sip and
It's a
paint.
genius.
So if I invite you over for
Let's
a sip
have
and
a sip
paint,
and paint.
you know what's going down.
I'm down, but sometimes just make sure we start painting before I get the liquor. Cause
Exactly.
then,
Before we start sipping,
yeah, you're
'cause then we
paid.
just gonna be
Yeah,
sipping,
and then
and
we
do
gonna be
one
painting.
stroke of paint.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be pissed.
And then you'll be mad because then you will have to finish the paint job because it's gonna look terrible because it'll be 4 splashes of paint. Okay.
Exactly.
But no, I'm down with a sip and paint.
A sip and
okay?
paint. So, but on a more serious note, I do want to give a who raised you to. There is a Georgia man who was charged with sex trafficking and raping a young girl that he met on Roblox. She was 13.
Roblox.
She was 13 years old. I literally, I told somebody, as soon as I saw this, I went through my daughter's Roblox because I think a lot of parents just feel like it's a video game. But it's also like a social media kind of combined into it. You know, you can follow people, you can send messages, things like that. You can talk through it. A lot of these video games now, you can do these kind of things. You can talk to
They
these
go
people.
live. They're
Right.
like,
And talk directly to it. So I go through all the time through her things, and she only accepts people that she knows, but she had like 200 friend requests. And I'm like, why? And I also had to ask her, like, well, you know, if your friend requests you, how do you know it's your friend? Like, you know, so we made like this whole system of how we do that. So if you have kids that are on any of these social media platforms, please, please, please just make sure that, you know, you're checking them.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, because, I mean, perverts are
everywhere, and they know how to get to your children. Like, if you pervert, you like children, you know where children go.
Right, and sometimes with kids, they don't even understand the dangers of it. And sometimes they innocently give out too much information, like, oh, yeah, I'm in Baltimore, and I'm in 3rd grade, and I go to Woodlawn.
Right, because at my school, you know, Cleopatra Elementary.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And they're doing it so innocently, but these people are taking in this information, and obviously the person on the receiving end is an adult, and they know how to, you know, manipulate a child and get into their brains and get into their minds. So please just be really careful when your kids are on these social medias. Even with their phones, anything like that. Even YouTube's, everything. Like,
I was going to say, that goes for everything. TikTok, especially, like, and pay attention to what they're watching, too, because I know that's been a big thing, too, that, you know, they're seeing, like, these inappropriate, like, ads pop up in, like, some of these games they're playing and all that kind of crazy stuff.
It's some new social media. I cannot remember the name of it. My daughter was just telling me about it.
It's, like, for kids? Or
targeted to children. And they're all on it and things like that. But I can't remember exactly what the name of it is. Next episode, I'll.
Is it like one of those texting ones, or is like a?
Yeah, it's like it's like a text one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't remember what that one is, but you know, it's supposed to be. It's intended for your friends, your real friends, but we know there's always a loophole and a way for strangers to get up in that too. So just please be really careful with things like that, and have these talks with your kids about what to share and not to share. Because of course, we'll tell them, oh, don't tell people where you live. But a lot of times they're not thinking, don't tell them what school, like what grade they're in, or their teachers' names, or their friends' names, or where they play basketball, or whatever it is. Like,
because then you're giving them clues about where you live.
You're giving them a lot of
what park you go to, or whatever the case might be.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So just be really careful with that. Other than that, I just wanted to leave you guys with this, because we haven't been doing our positive notes.
I know. We've been forgetting about our little positive thing. And then the last time we recorded, I actually did have something. I was like, shit, I forgot. Anyway,
but the positive note that I want to leave you guys with today is you are living inside of one of your answered prayers. So always give gratitude for that. Whether it's your job or your home or your car or some new opportunity, you are living inside of an answered prayer. So always stay prayed up. Always stay gracious. You know, show gratitude.
Best revenge is your paper.
Best revenge is your paper. And we will see you guys next time on Fun Time Moms. Make sure you follow me at Ashley Brittany.
And me at Alicia Chris.
Us at
Fun Time Moms.
And remember, we're not regular moms.
We're
Fun Time